part where Tanya walked up and was like, "Let it rip," and she busted out her Beyblade and killed some people.
Decapitated one of the fucking soldiers.
Yes, beautiful.
Haunted by the urge to watch more anime, but terrified of doing it alone, I crawled from the darkness of my room into the vanity of the void. There, I gathered 3 of my most handsome buds to watch just 3 episodes of a show. Together, we asked, is it good?
When I was young, I always liked cartoon.
With her Beyblade.
So,
with Fatherland.
So Derek, when did you watch this originally?
I probably watched this in, what was it, 2017 when it first came out. And as soon as I saw the Moe Blob girl, I was like, no, this is stupid, and I turned it off.
That is such an accurate way to describe that character.
It's kind of fair.
She looks so, like, Tanya is kind of Moe Blob, but like at least she's like small proportions, so it doesn't look that weird. Then you have the other girl who's even more Moe Blob, but she's like, I don't know I forget how old she is, but she's like an adult. And then she's like next to like normally proportioned soldiers, and it just looks so weird. You get used to it, but I still think it was a weird choice.
It is a choice. I dig
wasn't
it, though.
a huge fan of that character, to be honest, but she also wasn't in what we watched for very long.
She didn't really have like too much relevance.
She gets better because, like, as we saw in episode 3, Tanya puts her on an officer track, so she's going to go through officer school.
Yeah.
And then
that makes sense.
She actually has some character development.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, so that was like, I watched it back then, and then I watched it again. And it's one of those shows that they actually put a lot of detail in, like, the uniforms and just like what the characters are talking about, where you like catch. You're like, oh wait, that character, they're referencing this character here or something, and then like what rank everyone is, and I don't know, it kind of like military political drama autism itch from the show, where they're like,
they'll reward you on second viewings.
Yeah, like they talk about the strategy and why they're like moving at what front where, and like you can kind of see where stuff's leading if you're like listening to it, and it's cool. And like the uniforms have a lot of detail. Like they're the mage squads. They have like a radio operator, and they're like lieutenant and stuff. So, like when she was like fighting in episode two, when she was like on a training mission, and they're like, "Well, fuck it, you're getting attacked, so you're gonna hold for the fatherland, and we'll be there in like 600 seconds." She drops her radio because it's a big like backpack thing, just to like have more maneuverability, which I thought was kind of, it's just like a small touch, which is cool. And everyone has like different flight gear because they all develop their own flight systems. Like the Empire has the boot, the Federation has like skis, and the Republic has fucking horses, and the Soviet Union has none because they put all their mages into internment camps and kill them because no one can be better than the average man, which is a fucking fucked up philosophy, but it's kind of fits like the Soviet Union.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
yeah, it definitely has like a lot of thought, ideas, and
I feel like the author,
the characters are very fleshed out, or being.
I feel like the
fleshed out.
creator of Tanya,
since it's like loosely based on like World War I, World War II era. There was a lot of, like you said, like they have like the different technology, and it's like in that era there was like a lot of similar thoughts going on with like all sorts of stuff, but it just like turned into like these really weird contraptions on every different end. Whereas I feel like nowadays like everything's a bit more standard across the board, even if there's like different designs, you know?
Yeah. And it's also kind of fun too because they still have like, they're moving infantry with like horsebound carriages that are bringing like supplies with them. And they have planes, like there are planes. They use bombers in this world, but you also have mages that can just float and be observers for like artillery support. Mages are very OP. Like they are a very strong unit, but there's not a lot of them, and that's kind of how they're balanced. So they're really small like squads for that. and it's pretty fun. But they are like stupidly strong, so that's and like that's kind of why some factions don't use them. And there's like, I was hoping it was in the first 3 episodes, but it wasn't. There's an episode where another nation comes in on like open comms. They use no encryption because they had, like in World War II, they had the Enigma machine. That's what Germany used to encrypt all their radio traffic, so you couldn't tell what the commands were. So these guys come in with no encryption, and they just fucking like obliterate them because they have not like kept up with the march of time with like military technology. And it's kind of a cool, just like showing that in the world.
It's very true to life too.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's just pretty ridiculous.
I feel like the author of the show has the sickest World War II dioramas just set up all over his house. If he's ever interviewed for Shonen Jump or something.
The manga just like going on, like it has a lot of stuff about history. The light novel has a lot of references to history. I've only read the first one though.
Like you can tell that this is like the creator's just like, just deepest passion.
It's just thought out because I like ended, so I said like I stopped watching it when I saw Moe Blah because I'm like, oh, this is a little goofy. It wasn't even Tanya. It was
It comes on.
Name.
Lieutenant Fishface, I don't know, but she comes on super strong. I could completely see why at first glance you'd be like, oh my god, when you see her, but
yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, okay,
give it a chance.
Like, the battle, and then...
she really, yeah, you're right. She really is not that bad. Like I was worried she'd be way more annoying. Like it's like they're trying to make her annoying, but then the character itself is actually
she's not like
kind of nice and sympathetic.
They don't do that thing in like typical animes where they like for like fucking 5 minutes. She does it like she looks like she's about to do it, and then she maybe goes like and then she like gets her composure because she knows that this fucking little girl in front of her sent 2 of her comrades to a pillbox with the intention of getting them killed by artillery strikes. So she's like, yeah, fucking kill me.
That is yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, she knows not to go to Mo, or else her commanding officer can easily have her killed. I feel like
it doesn't do that though. Like, there's not too many scenes where they're like being like goofy. It's like a short moment.
They do know when to cut and when to like. They have that one comedic scene too where she's trying on the dress, but they don't make a big deal out of it. And
that's also an really after credit scene. You just miss it if you went to the next episode.
Yeah.
Which I did on the first viewing, because I remember like not seeing. I'm like, oh, they have after credit shit. Fuck. And because
I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's an isekai. It's like all the annoying stuff they don't do so far. They haven't done.
I like how they frame it, where it's like a rivalry with God. He dies and he's like, well, like, how do I know you're actually God? How do I know you're the devil? What? I don't know what you are.
That scene was tight.
Yeah, that was a really cool scene.
Very inspired way of doing it. Because usually what happens is the guy dies, and when they meet God, it's usually either a disembodied voice and they're in a void, or it's like a cute girl, and then they're having some kind of like fan servicey debate.
Well, in the manga, it's literally like Jack Jesus. It's just like a Jack guy with like long. I should find the manga art because he looks fucking crazy. So does his original body. I don't know if they ever say Tanya's original body, the 30-year-old
guy's original son.
Yeah, let me find it. It's fucking awesome.
Do you think the author might have had a boss that was really fucked up and crazy, and he was like, damn, that dude would be a good that dude would be a good Nazi, like, and that's
maybe. It's like, man, that'd be a cool guy to shove onto a train and just have his life be suffering the whole time.
The impetus of his like greatest work started with his desire to shove his boss in front of a train.
Yeah, his boss like one time said very like directly in front of me, he was like, man, I hope I don't like die and turn into a little girl in like a different universe. The guy was like, I'm gonna ruin your life fictionally.
I hate little girls. I want to be a jacked guy.
I'm gonna hate make this entire freaking series.
So I feel like I heard about
that'd
this
be so
show and you know the idea of the guy being isekai'd into a little girl, and I always kind of thought that was kind of lame and just like off-putting, but
Yeah, I agree.
but seeing it, if the guy was the main character, it would not be fun to watch. Like I feel like
Yeah, part of like the plot direction really just comes from the fact that everyone's like, oh, she's so young, but like she's so accomplished.
And
like
it's also like it's like, oh fuck, I have a daughter that age. I don't want to see her in the front line.
yeah, it's like using that to her advantage, or to his advantage, I guess.
Yeah, but also just like the guy, like the character as a grown man, just being awful and being like a psychopath.
What is this fucking super Jesus? What the fuck?
That's how Bean X looks in the manga.
No,
Awesome.
God, it's like Zeus.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I love what they did in the anime. That was a really cool scene.
Yeah, I thought it was clever.
Yeah, I was just thinking too, like
it's way more interesting.
the show, like Tanya's whole thing is about like she's doing it out of spite for God, and I was like, when you guys are talking about the creation of the series, I'm wondering if the author, he made this entire series out of spite, and it ended up being his most insanely popular work.
Well, if you think about it, like Tanya has a pretty easy way out if she like just gives in to God and accepts God.
Yeah.
Like she is
She's
doing
so petty.
the harder thing by like literally being this spiteful, vindictive little bitch.
Yeah.
But I get the rivalry, but it's like built into her character. So I think maybe he's just writing like that as an impetus to her, you know what I mean? Where it's not so much that
That's not really how he feels about it.
Is kind of what I'm saying.
Okay, it is a lot of fun. I love that dynamic.
It's awesome, and it gets funnier.
Yeah.
It builds up. Oh, and then also like you can see anything like with like it was like God wills it in Latin. Like
oh yeah, Deus ex lut.
Yeah, or Deus Levut, or I forget. I'm retarded. We literally just watched it and I already forgot.
I just remember Deus deduce is in it.
Yeah, Deus deduce. Deus takes a deuce.
Deus takes a deuce.
But it's like, oh, a new reactionary force got approved, and then like Tanya's name's in there, and that page has that on there because God just like put it there. Like that's what you're supposed to understand. And like,
it wasn't Rick Sanchez that wrote it. I thought it was implied because he kept saying that.
So the computation jewel in like the third episode, he like turns off the limiter on that because God talks to him, and he's like, "Oh, you talk to Tanya? Like Tanya, I know it. Like he talked to you too. We just need to pray." And then and she does, and she gets like crazy OP power, but she has to like worship God, which is like the entire reason that she's here.
They set that up so well though, because you see her use like her God powers in the first episode, and then you realize by that point in episode 3 that whenever she does that, she has to like that's her biting her tongue and swallowing her pride to worship God.
Yeah, and it's great. There's like scenes where people are like, "Oh, she's so devout," because they just see her praying. Like, "Oh, she always prays in battle." It's like it's funny. There's like good little like humor things that aren't like her height is not like directly pointed at being like funny.
But yeah, she's like nobody addresses it, but it's like in the background.
Well, you see people you see people looking at it, but no one's like, "Oh, you're short."
Yeah,
I know no one outwardly states it, but the visuals do all the work for you.
But there's like a funny scene where she's like talking to one of the officers, and she's trying to she's explaining on like a whiteboard. And you can see her like reaching up, and she like gets on a fucking stool. I don't know. It's just fucking funny. It's like not overly like pointed out because like you fucking kind of forget that this character is really young in the world because they're like they're 10. But like
she's
they're
in
40.
5th grade.
She's in 5th grade, fucking, and they just allowed her on through an officer track at like 8. I think she started probably at 8 or something.
That's fun.
But yeah,
But
I mean,
that's sort of what I was getting at though, about like, you know, at first being put off about like the guy being isekai'd into a lolly or whatever, but that is just what makes it an anime, really. Like, I mean, where else will you see a fucking story like that that's actually good?
Right?
That's actually good too. Like,
yeah, it's always like, the fucking weird ones that are like super fire at the same time. It's like, what the fuck?
It's probably been pitched. I'll bet you like Eddie Murphy or Adam Sandler wanted to make a movie like this in the past, but it just never got greenlit.
All right, what if Hitler got it?
Why Eddie Murphy? What the fuck?
Eddie Murphy got reincarnated as Hitler. That'd be sweet.
One of those two. It's either Eddie Murphy or Adam Sandler. For some reason, I could see pitching an idea, or a network executive pitching that idea.
Yeah, it was like Dan Schneider, and he was just like, what if we took Hannah Montana and we made her Hitler?
Dan Schneider.
That was okay. Yeah, that's. I'm sure plays even more on the money there. Dan Schneider definitely pitched that to Nickelodeon.
Can you imagine like that's the plot, is that like Hitler's a little girl, but then it just has like all the like the laugh tracks and like the funny sound effects and shit of like every Dan Schneider cartoon.
And he's barefoot.
Yeah, of course.
Dan Schneider.
Oh,
yeah, it's just
boy.
Hitler's
barefoot.
Is Tanya really supposed to be Hitler?
No. It's
joking.
I don't even think
no
it's
Hitler.
easy to make that comparison. That's what I thought too at first.
I don't even think
that
the
Hitler. I was joking.
It's clearly like
you're not the first person to pitch the show to me that way, even jokingly. So I was like,
I think it's just an easy comparison.
It's clearly like German military adjacent, but I really don't think that like they might not be the good guys, but I also don't think that they're like as bad as like the Nazis are supposed to be either.
Yeah, they're literally not Nazis though. They're just
it's
like a
yeah.
They are like it's a strange reel where it's like every country is kind of like mixed together differently.
It's kind
But you said Russia's the one.
There's
that
just
has
similar
the
like
camps.
looks
Russia,
to certain things is all.
There's
and then she's like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, so like of course you get like
she's Aryan.
Yeah. So you get
she's
like
very
Aryan girl.
World War I. They were Nazis.
Blue.
So.
Yeah, exactly. But they're also the empire in this, and like France is like the Republic, and then you have the Federation, and then the Soviet Union is just Union, which is funny. They might actually be called something else, but this map might be out of date. There's like a movie, so there's this base series, there's like an OVA where they fight in the desert.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember who that's against. And then there's one where they fight with Russia. And it's actually a really good movie. And there's a hilarious fucking scene because just kind of how like you don't want to be the guy who's delivering bad news in like a fucking dictator, like the fucking Soviet Union. So there's a scene where they're like fighting on the rail for these like control these rail lines, and the soldiers are like calling in like, "Hey, we need fucking as much backup as you can. We are getting fucking killed out here." And then his officer like softens it a little bit. He's like, "Hey, we're taking some pretty heavy fire. We could use backup." And then it goes up again, and it's like everything's going like really well, but like we could use a couple extra guys. And then it gets to the top, and they're like, "Everything's going great." And they don't fucking send anyone. Because no one wants to be the guy delivering bad news because they get fucking shot. And it's just funny because they hate mages there because they have inherent like magical power and they're really OP in the world, so they fucking put them in camps. They're
that sounds like awful. They're the Nazis.
It kind of. I mean, they're literally
the adjacent faction of bad guys.
It's interesting.
You had me at camps.
Not everyone's like utilizing the mages because like if you think about it in a realistic, if that was like the actual world where there's like people that just have fucking magic, people would definitely be fucking scared of them. If they're not utilizing them, I could see
that's like every isn't that every like Justice League movie?
It's X-Men.
X-Men. Yeah.
Right.
So like
for sure.
like certain countries utilize them and they get like a boon, and then certain countries don't. But like the union's so big that it has just ridiculous manpower. They don't even fucking really need it. It's just interesting how they like change, like different factions fight differently for the most part, and I like that. I just think he thought about the world a lot, and also I like how it doesn't feel as written like an anime where they're like doing goofy shit constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were 3 episodes in. There's not a single perv scene where someone's
well, almost.
oh.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
there was.
let's be real.
Movies.
This has like the
Bend
highest
over.
potential to be weird, and it like doesn't have weird shit going on in it. Like that's actually commendable.
There was just the one bounce at the end, like the last thing we saw. There was the
Yeah, but that was on
Was that like a
Sergeant
post-credit?
Fishface,
Wasn't
not Tanya.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's not even.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying
Like
that's
they
the
could just be
only
going the full like weird
thing.
like route
Yeah.
with it.
Even
like,
that though felt out of place a little bit. I was like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, that's also like a little bumper. So
It's
those
like
are
at
more,
the
like,
end, right? It's like
lighthearted, yeah.
post.
Yeah.
It's after credits.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, wait, they're doing, because
They're
it's
doing
like
a boob bounce.
they're doing boob bounce, and then the title for the next episode was like school or life or something like that.
Oh, campus life.
Yeah,
because
campus
she's
life.
going to officer school. It's
Yeah,
not
that's-
like a school.
I
It's-
know. It's just like this feels very slice of life for what
I'm
we
ready
just
for my
saw.
first day of officer
It's-
school.
Yeah,
Danny,
we're not
you'll be
turning into
happy to
Ruby,
know-
are we?
You'll be happy to know that the campus life episode is literally one episode, and then it's back
I
to
don't.
like
I don't
the
mind
front
it,
lines.
but it just felt really funny to me.
It's, and also that episode's when she meets like the higher generals. So then that establishes that because they're around the officer school because they're at the Capitol.
Yeah, so it's not a throwaway, useless episode. There's still
it's cool.
story development.
Yeah, and it's cool too because eventually like, so BNX like blessed her. It's like, hey, if you fucking pray my name, you'll be able to use like fucking ridiculous power. And then she starts kind of abusing that, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna start fucking sending fucking magic dudes at you. Fuck you. I'm gonna give other people blessings that are trying to kill you.
So To Be Hero X isn't fully in her favor the entire time. He's actually trying to like,
He
okay,
he wants like the whole bet is like I will make you fucking devout before you die. So that's his like goal.
So wait, To Be Hero X, did he create this whole world just to make Tanya worship him? And it's all like a holy divine
I don't know if it's
facade,
like
or...
I don't know how this like it worked. I don't know if he just made the world or if it existed and he moved her there.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, because I was kind of wondering that when they were having their back and forth. When he's like, I will make
feel
you
like
believe.
It's not as important to like how this story's tell. It's not like a focus. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of like separating like a bit like the forest and the trees. Like we're looking at the wrong thing. It's more about like being invested
it's not the point.
in that world and the rivalry between her and God.
That's
instead of it being,
interesting.
like,
It's interesting. It's funny
like-
how God is kind of just like
a dick.
a douchebag and kind of petty.
It's like, well, it kind of calls that out. He's like, wait, like, if you're like so benevolent, you're like really being this petty, like stopping time before my death and like telling me to praise you.
Well, I mean,
Mocking
that's
me,
kind of,
essentially.
not to get into like a huge philosophical discussion, but that's kind of like how, like Christian God kind of is in a lot of situations. Basically, like,
Oh yeah, I
worship
was
me-
saying how much my grandparents would love this fucking show, just
Yeah.
the way they depict God. It's like
worship
everything
me
that they
or suffer.
Yeah,
You know, like,
they do that every
Um,
Sunday.
and
They
it's
say those
like,
exact
yeah,
things.
he's so loving, but only if you like hit the checklist of things that he forces you to do. You know,
That's
and
why
like,
my man. That's why I love my man Jesus. All right,
Yeah.
he forgives me for my sins. All right,
Jacked Jesus from the
fucking
manga.
Jack Jesus.
can you imagine though? Like Jesus walks up to you, he's like, "Listen, I get it, but the big man upstairs, you know, I can't, I can't change his opinion
Like,
on it."
have you read it? Like that literally happens. Like Jesus comes down, and he's like, "Hey, Tanya, you're all right." I'm sorry, my dad.
Dap me up, Tanya.
Sorry, my dad's being a dick.
Daps up Jesus, and yeah, and then they form a team, and Jesus works with the Aryan to fight God. That actually sounds really rad. I'm not gonna lie.
Now that's just the plot of Shin Megami Tensei 6.
Have you read the Bible, Clay?
Right
That's
there.
literally what the Bible is.
Yeah, like Tanya.
Yeah, it's
Tanya,
go over
it's
that.
just
Yeah.
it's instead of
Corinthians,
Tanya.
man.
Yeah, it's
They
the
don't
heavy
call her
novel
Tanya,
of
but-
Tanya.
It's a different name, but yeah.
Yeah, different name, of course. Yeah.
But Lolly and yeah.
Yeah, Lolly is in the Bible like 497 times. That's crazy.
You know, I wouldn't even.
First Testament.
3 million.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
3 million mentions.
3 million mentions. It's just long.
I've tried reading the Bible multiple times just for like the scholarly like, aspect of it, and every single time I start,
Like,
I just
you
get
can't
so
read.
bored. Yeah, well, that's part of the problem.
Place holding it
Not for lack of
upside down.
trying.
Like, this isn't a fucking comic book. Where are the
Yeah.
pictures?
Just reading it like
Look
a
at the picture.
manga.
Where's the pictures at?
I don't like
Reading
this
it
manga
from
sucks.
the back like a manga. Like what the
God, I wish I could read.
I bet you there would be so many people that would just like instant convert to Christianity if they made like a manga version of it.
No, no one would
They
read
did,
it.
I thought.
Nobody would read
I
it.
thought there is an actual Jesus manga that you can
Is it like
find.
Not
rad
that.
though,
Yeah, it's called
or is it just
Sando.
like
It's probably cool though. It's like
that's what I'm saying? Like if you had like a Trigun level, like I actually had an idea about this that would never happen, so I'm totally okay with like just throwing it out there. But like I was like, if I were to pitch a show that had like that kind of theme, it'd be really cool to have Jesus be like it's just in the time of when Jesus was alive, and then like he's just actually he's just a con man, but he does actually have a connection with God. So he just runs around performing all these miracles, but all the miracles that he's performing like aren't real.
Yeah, it's called Code Geass.
Oh shit.
Was that Reagan from Mob Psychos?
he's not.
Yeah, basically he's just Reagan, but he like
He doesn't have a- he doesn't have, like, a
actually
divine
would have
connection or
like
anything.
like towards the end of like the first episode or the pilot episode or whatever, like you'd like catch him praying, and then like there would actually be like a response, right? And so like he is like connected to God, like God is real in this story, but he doesn't actually give Jesus like any powers. So Jesus is just running around like pretending to like have these fucking powers, and I was like, that'd be so cool. And then like
That's what I
it'd
do.
be like it would never go anywhere because like the Christian backlash of like calling Jesus a con artist, I would just get deleted. I would be sent to hell immediately.
Or it could get produced and it'd be just like this cult hit that was
I
condemned
bet
by
you-
the Catholic Church.
I bet you I could
And it would
pitch it in
be-
Japan.
Insanely
Japan.
popular.
Dude, Japan
Yeah.
gives like no fuck. They're like, yeah, the Avas.
Honestly, yeah.
We'll have like the Avas fighting the angels, and then we'll like mention a bunch of like Christianity like concepts and themes that have nothing to do with any of that, but it sounds fucking
Yeah,
cool.
Clay,
Yeah.
Clay, you could do it. Just make sure that there's like,
Where's Adam?
cute teenage anime boys and gals and robots.
Yes, the Christian show I need to put teenage boys into. Let's
think
make sure
that's
it's
still-
accurate.
Is that still
Yeah,
the
make
play?
sure
Like,
they're
what are the?
fucking hot, boy.
You gotta have a waifu character that the Gooner audience can salivate over.
Yeah, Sister Mary.
There you go. Perfect.
She's like the ultimate
Make
virgin,
her-
like, you know?
Make her look like dress up Marin from that show.
Yeah.
I
There's a
will
recipe for this.
My
getting
dress up
back,
darling,
slightly
whatever.
back on topic. I will say this show holds up a lot fucking better than Tuaru does. Because, oh man, rewatching that, I'm like, oh, I forgot about all this stupid shit, and I watched this, and I'm like, okay, this is actually like all pretty enjoyable.
I forgot how good this was.
Yeah, it's just funny.
The fight scenes are fucking sick. The soundtrack
Yeah,
is crazy.
great
So
soundtrack.
good.
Good, yeah.
Good sound design overall.
Yeah.
Everything was just like sounded like a
Studio-
like a
Yeah, the
movie.
explosions and stuff. Yeah,
Was it Studio Nut
really
made
good.
this? Who'd you say?
Yeah, this was their
Yeah,
first
Studio
show.
Nut.
If I'm not mistaken, and the next
That
thing
was
they
real,
made- They are Studio Nut. They're literally called Studio Nut. And the second thing they made after this was an OVA for One Punch Man.
Really?
An OVA.
Damn.
Yes. because I remember like after I watched it, I was like, this fucking rocks. When's the next season coming out? I was looking up Studio Nut, and fuck all was coming out.
God came to Derek and was like, Derek, it will not be for another 10
You're gonna
years.
have to fucking pray. I think
Yeah.
we're working on the new one.
Does it end on a cliffhanger? Or is it? Do you think like the first season has a satisfying enough ending?
It has like a
to be over?
satisfying enough ending, but it does like it's like, hey, more shit's gonna happen for the series. And then I don't remember where the OVA takes place. I think it takes place somewhere like between episodes. And then there's the movie. And then I think the movie also kind of leads off with like a cliffhanger. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I'm probably
Doesn't
honestly
end
gonna
with
rewatch it.
Doesn't end with Tanya fighting Vicious on a building rooftop, and then she walks down the stairs, aims like her finger in the sky, goes bang, and then dies.
Wait, have you
And
seen
then,
it?
shit. And it's like
Yeah, dude, that's
like
exactly how it ends.
It ends with a "See you, space lolly."
Yeah, literally. And then she gets in her
And then-
spaceship and flies away into the sun.
And then tank by the seatbelts plays.
Okay, wait. I'm looking at their fucking
smoking an
list.
aesthetic cigarette in the distance.
There's also a joke about the smoking at the end of one of them. They're all like smoking in the room, and then she's blowing it in her face. She's like, "Stop!"
Because that was a scene in one of the endings. It was just all the general guys having a meeting, and every single one of them.
Everyone's just
stogie.
fucking smoking fucking huge stogies. It was cool. It was like a war room, and then they're like kind of establishing. It's basically those like three characters are the officers you really have to pay attention to.
Driving
Yeah.
the big plays in the story.
Yeah, because they're the ones who like officer wise or like general wise, they're like the ones actually like coordinating everything. It's the guy with the beard, the guy with his eyes always closed, and the other guy who has the glasses with like the longish hair, who's like Tanya's
like, you don't know
evil.
Yeah. He's the audience analog for like the. You think is he falling to like the police chief trope where he's like, "You're going too far, Tanya. I'm taking away your badge."
He like
not
tries to
really.
like stop her from getting.
She almost kills
Like
that
what
guy
she
and he
wants.
stops her.
Oh yeah. He did like grab her gun.
He didn't
He
seem
almost
to
kills
have the
Greg
power.
Ayers.
He didn't seem
Nah.
to have the power.
He's just a
to,
guy.
like,
The only one I don't think any of those officers or well yeah, I guess they're technically officers have
No one's-
magic. If you had magic,
No one's like,
you'd be,
"She's a
on
loose
the front
cannon."
line.
Well, no, I mean like she didn't have. I don't think he had the authority to just like fire her. or
Yeah, take
whatever.
away her.
Oh no, he
right.
doesn't. He's lower rank.
Yeah, no.
He's
But
just
they-
trying.
okay.
He's trying to bring it, to people's attention that she is a psychopath, which is fair.
But she's fucking psycho.
Which is true. Yeah.
This
None of
true,
you see it?
yes.
She's a fucking menace. She's a monster.
No, she's just disciplining a disobedient soldier.
By shooting
Like
them.
like she should.
By shooting
She's just
him. That's-
almost killing our
That's
favorite.
capital
our favorite
punishment though. Like
Funimation
if you
guy.
abandon the front line, they fucking shoot you. That's like in every military pretty much. So
Yeah,
I
Tanya
mean,
let those other guys off easy then. Instead of
yeah, instead of murdering them there, she sent them to a fucking pillbox to be murdered.
so they could die and get what they wanted to.
And
to
then
die for Germany.
but then it also looks like she cares about her soldiers. That was the thing. That was like the fucked up play with it, right? Because she's like, oh, I'm giving her an officer track, so I look like I care about my troops. She's like fucking psycho,
Yeah.
and I love
Hasn't
it.
learned a goddamn thing since his time as an abusive salary exec.
Abusive salary man. He does like. I feel like I remember him getting more or her getting more empathetic. So
Fish
there's-
face. I feel like
yeah.
that's why Fish Face is there, is to slowly introduce the concept of empathy to Tanya.
Well, it's kind of funny because she's like trying to be nice. She's like, "Oh, here, this is my old dress." And then that was the boob scene where they were showing like she has huge titties.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah,
like,
which in context it does make sense because they're trying to show like there's no way Tanya could fill this out.
yeah, like that was the joke with that like little
Yeah.
throwaway scene.
It was not
Yeah.
lost on me. They
Yeah,
showed
like
his
you could-
visual humor
You could
quite
just-
well.
You could just skip it. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Studio Nut is doing the new season. It has been nearly 10 years. I think season 2 is coming out this year, so we could do like a second one where we watch the first 3 of that. If you guys want to.
Hell yeah.
I'm down.
And
I'm down, yeah.
Wait, are you all gonna watch the rest of it? How many episodes?
I think this is one that like I feel like I got pretty far the first time and then I just like stopped watching because of like
It's only 12?
some
Oh
reason.
shit. Yeah, I'll watch this.
it's only 12
That's fun,
episodes, and then there's a movie, and an OVA,
Sweet.
which is like another episode.
Hell yeah.
And the sequel series, Tanya 2, is going to take place right after the movie. So if you watch these 12 in the movie, you'll be good. I don't think you need to watch the OVA. It's just more like, it's like a side story.
Yeah. I mean,
Does the movie have a shitty English dub? Actually, it's not shitty at all. I think this might be one of the better ones.
It's pretty good.
Funimation's done. Yeah, but I think this is hands down. I think this is Monica Rial's best role. It's Tanya.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there were some characters that they sound silly or whatever, but like, it's not. It didn't take me out of the show
like you
at
get
all.
used to it quick enough.
It has a tone. I don't know. It works. It worked for me.
I don't
Yeah,
know
so
if-
far casting's been real good. They gave this one their all.
Yeah, Studio Nut rocks. Studio Nut
I've
really nutted.
made
on
me
this one.
nutted.
Yeah, made
That's why,
Derek nut.
like, guys, we're gonna establish ourselves as a serious
For the good
animation
writing.
studio.
For the good writing.
We gotta make them
Like
nut.
characterization.
We gotta make our audience nut. with
It is
animation,
refreshing
right?
to have an anime that's not just like a ton of fan servicey shit.
yeah.
Don't get me
Oh,
wrong,
yeah.
I like that shit too, but like
It's
they're
refreshing.
doing a very serious story.
It's refreshing because it's strong in other ways. You know, like
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the story too is just like spiting God. I feel like that's a very like
it's fun.
I don't want to say relatable to everybody, but it's like
It's
everybody.
relatable.
Well, it's just like I mean, at least like me personally, like I've had a lot of moments in my life where I'm just like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And like to have a character just kind of like literally communicate with the divine and be like, fuck you, and then just like choose their own like path is kind of like it's just fire. It's just a fire concept. I feel like it's very I don't know. It gets me pretty excited about however it goes. You know, moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. I like it.
Her face
That's
does a
fun.
lot of the selling for me too. Like, I'm just excited to see
face.
what crazy face Tanya's gonna make next.
God, like her twisted, fucked up smiles.
It's been a while. I can't think of another character where it's like that's such a sick expression. Like throughout the show, like every they'll have like the cool shots, but this one it's like every time it cuts to her crazy face, it's like
you mean another character in this show that does it, or in general?
yeah, like in general.
I mean,
I guess every Studio Trigger show has like a cool shot of like someone's crazy.
I mean,
face kinda thing.
GTO is kind of famous for the facial
good-
expression.
Yeah.
Like every fucking
GTO and a Golden Boy. You're right.
yeah.
They got some pretty hype expressions.
It's, some of my favorite fucking faces are in GTO.
But it's also kind of fun because I was just thinking about it again. Like, she was on a training mission, and they're like, hey, we promoted you to second lieutenant. You're gonna go fucking scout right now because we see enemy troops. And they literally tell her, like, oh, hey, fuck you. You're gonna stay here and delay the enemy. Because there's a mage squad and like we can't let them hit the artillery team, so you're just gonna stay here and like buy time. And she just follows that order because she was like a fucking salary man, and that's what she did. Follows orders, and she does
Yeah,
that for a
that's fire.
while, and it like starts to erode because she's like, my god, they just want me to fucking die, and it's just cool. I like it. It's like that's one of the principles that like he's really like rigid about, and it changes over time because it just gets
Yeah,
so
well,
eroded.
because he's forced into the position of like the people that were under him in the original world, where his higher ups don't give a shit about him, and he starts to realize how fucked that is. And then also, it's like, yeah, it's just you're right. Like he just follows the order because that's what he's used to doing, and it's just like, yeah, insane. You're right.
I wonder. I bet. Do you think the author worked as a salaryman for a time? Because this
He
feels
might
like
have.
the kind of thing.
Is there
you
such
would
a thing as like someone who works in Japan who's not a salaryman? Like, does that exist?
I think
There are
they're
jobs.
born into salaryman positions.
No,
I feel
you're-
like
I
feel
Come
like
out of the
you're
womb
either a
wearing a suit.
salaryman or
It's
you're
a time
jobless.
That you actually
Like,
get a salary. A lot of if you're hourly, then you're not a salaryman. I think that's like I think that's all it means.
I think you when you're born in Japan, you're a salary baby technically. Then you grow into a salary teen, and then salary man once
They
you
have a
hit
caste
18.
system.
Yeah.
Like in some parts of the world. It's like, oh,
You're either born a salary man or
lower than us, so we're gonna
a high
fucking,
school
like,
student.
take your organs.
So
I'm sure that exists too. The
yeah,
ones
that's
that
why they
don't
need to
make
get the
it.
birth rates up so that they can just like fill job positions immediately.
Well, no, you got all these fucking people getting pushed in front of trains and getting turned into fucking lollies in other worlds. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they
a
got
problem.
too many guys that are getting isekai. They got
Yeah.
Too many.
balance out. Got to balance
That's,
out
that's the official
the
statement.
loss.
It's like we've lost
Too many people get
too many people
isekai.
are jumping in front of fucking trucks to get isekai. Stop it, guys.
We need more slice of life babies.
That'd be a fun concept for a show where a guy gets isekai, but he's like the 45th dude to do so in the world. I mean, I actually think it's already been done.
That's already been done. There was one where like everyone who gets isekai is like crazy powerful, so they've been summoning them. And there's like a bunch of them.
It becomes like an overpopulation issue where the world becomes way more boring and less fantastical because there's just so many salary guys.
No,
just
there's like a
walking
few
around.
interesting ways they did it. Like they would actually they would keep getting summoned, and they had like people that would go and like kill them before they became a problem. Because like anyone who got isekai had like a special gift, and they were like crazy strong. So they were just
Was that was that like the? There's like a schlocky isekai where it's like the world's greatest assassin or something. And it's, like,
I don't think
he has to
that's
kill the
it.
hero.
I don't remember.
Maybe it's probably a different one.
There were so many. I feel like I'm getting my fucking wires crossed. Tanya is one
probably
of my
one of
favorite
the-
fucking isekais, though. And like, I don't think there's another scene in the entire anime where they show fucking modern day Japan again. It's just
I'd say it's.
that's how you do
I
it.
feel like I don't like calling Tanya an isekai because I'm like that genre to me is just so tropey. I feel like
so
Tanya
like sullied. Yeah.
excels.
Yeah, I mean, it is like textbook
transcends.
isekai, but it is like also not anything like a regular isekai.
Yeah,
It definitely does its
Would
own
be-
thing, which is good, which is nice.
fantasy war alternate timeline action drama.
Yeah, I mean, how many fucking animes are like World Wars, even like this era, like 1920s, 30s?
All I can think of is Hellsing Ultimate. Is it the only?
Yeah, that's
It's not
a bit
really
later
Hellsing.
though. That's
It's like also
was that
Takes place in
day.
modern day.
like 2000s.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
modern
yeah.
day, but like the Nazis rise again, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like one that's just set in like.
Well, I think
the
it's
World
also
War
like
esque.
yeah. Luckily, this is not like super parallel to the actual World War, but like to my knowledge, Japan was like not proud of the World War, so they tried.
I'm
to,
sure.
like,
Yeah, Japan's
avoid
like
it.
the last thing they want to do is make like a World
Yeah,
War
like
II.
like the moment they
We're
make
pretty
like
shitty,
any
we don't
sort of
wanna-
like. Remember World War II? Like.
Yeah, I mean, they did Grave of the Fireflies, and I think they just stopped.
well,
They're like,
that
yeah,
was
that's
more
all we
serious,
need.
though, right? Like that's
Well,
like
that's I mean, it's about
that's the opposite side.
It's about
versus like
fucking
how
orphans.
Tanya could be read.
Yeah, civilians and how
Civilian
that was the right
orphan
approach.
children getting bombed. That's what it's about. It's like yeah,
Just like Tanya.
it's a bit different.
There's a crossover, Tanya crossover, Graveyard of the Fireflies kids.
God. That
Recruits
was a
them.
great-
She
it's a
was an
great
orphan.
movie.
And I guess she's getting bombed now because she's in the front line.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's exactly what she didn't want to do. And it's like, well, it's funny to watch.
Well, yeah, it was kind of because in the 3 episodes we watched, like it kind of is in the future where it's like showing stuff and then jumps back the second episode just to kind of show why they got there.
Yeah, brings you up to speed.
Yeah, and then so she does that little combat thing. She gets like, she's like, oh, okay, I'll make it look like I fought really hard, so so they think I'm brave or whatever, and then they give me like a promotion, and I can get the fuck off the front line. And they're like, "You did such a fucking good job. Here's like a fighter badge. We're gonna send you in the front fucking lines again because you're like such a good fucking killer." And then
I know, that was great.
Yeah. Then they're like, "Okay, you know what? You're like 10. Why don't you go like test some equipment with Rick Sanchez?" And then she fucking hates that because the thing keeps blowing up on her and she's gonna fucking die. So
Those
she's
two
like,
had a
"I'd
fun
rather be on the
dynamic,
fucking
too.
front line," and then she gets fucking sent back to the front line because she like writes a letter
She can't stand Rick Sanchez.
and all of his
He's doing a nut
references.
job. Yeah.
All right, guys.
His devoutness.
I got it.
Well, it's funny.
Do you guys have any other things to say before we do the question of the week? Have a good one that's pretty relevant to what we've been talking about.
Yeah, no, Tanya's great. I like can't believe. Well, no, I can believe why I never saw it till now, but I'm glad. Thank you for showing it. It's pretty sick. It's a sick show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I honestly am probably gonna watch another episode before I go to bed or after this.
All right.
Really good in English, folks. Give the dub.
You definitely watch it. Check it out. We all recommend it. We're recommending this one together. A 3-episode rule Okay, shut up. All right. Question of the week by Yarpster. Do you prefer magic systems with rules that go into autistic detail, or magical magic that doesn't really have rules? I think they both can be good. I know that's like a lame answer.
Yeah, I think it depends on tone.
Because
I actually
like
yeah,
when,
no, you're right.
when something takes itself too seriously.
They don't really explain it all that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, when one takes itself well, okay, it's different with Tanya because Tanya's like literally getting gifted like magic by God. But I was gonna say like
it does feel like there are rules, but like they don't really explain it. Like they can enhance their rifles using the computation gem, but it's not like, oh, you have these spells and like this is how much mana this takes. Like I guess there's rules, but it's just not explained. It feels like consistent though.
right.
But yeah, I think that's the key there. If you can keep it consistent and you don't have like, I can go for like a complicated power system as long as it doesn't result in 20 minutes of the character explaining how something works.
Yeah, that's
But
in the middle of a fight.
To Aru, they kind of that's why I like the science side, because they kind of do explain like why the attacks work and whatnot, and it's kind of fun in that regard. It's like, oh, I guess
it's all in execution.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna electrify the this water here to make what is it, like or like if it's like salt water, they can make chlorine gas, I think.
Mm-hmm.
If you electrolyze it with so there's like goofy shit like that where they use like chemistry.
Starts doing some they'll pull some Heisenberg strats.
Yeah, and just like, oh, I can affect vectors. That means I can affect like brain waves, and he does like surgery basically on someone.
Yeah, I think.
Who do you think has like an egregious, not fun to watch power system? Like who's done it badly?
See, I would say that like there's a lot of shows that do it poorly, but like then the tone works. So like DBZ, it's like the power system sucks because it's just like whoever's more powerful in the moment, But at the same time, that doesn't matter because narratively speaking, it's used to build like how strong each character is getting. Yeah, and like so it's like it works, but it sucks at the same time.
Killed by like a little ring laser blast.
Yeah, or some shit like that. It's like,
like, oh,
like,
okay.
On paper, this power system fucking sucks, but when you're watching, you're just like, oh, he's so powerful. Oh my god.
Wasn't that one actually? That's one that calls back to like someone making something out of spite. Didn't Toriyama famously be like? I'm probably Mandela affecting myself in this, but didn't he like regret the power system he came up with? He's like,
I think
I've written myself into a corner
because he did. Like,
he regretted the scouters.
Yeah, but power levels is what he's talking about.
Which is why they eventually just like They're like, shit, these fucking suck and they don't work properly, and then they just like removed them. They got retconned.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
that's true.
I
Yeah,
like watching number go up. Me like number going up. Okay,
the
so
Scouter,
I don't mind numbers.
The Scouters were a
it was
Saiyan
cool
thing,
though.
So like, once they moved on from the Saiyans, it wouldn't make sense. Or did everyone have them?
Yeah.
I don't think
I think it was just the Frieza army.
I don't think Namek
No, they literally just got
them.
so powerful that all the Scouters started breaking.
I don't know if the original mangas.
That's literally how they wrote them off.
Before Z had power level.
No, it was just the
It
aura.
was just Z,
Train hard and use like
it was literally when the Saiyans got introduced that they had the Scouters.
And he's like, you have a power level of 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
And then somewhere on Namek, they just started getting so powerful that all the Scouters started breaking when they started charging up, and then they just like never go back to them.
They do go back to them, Clay. You're wrong.
Do they?
They get newer. Yeah, they get newer Scouters.
They're bigger.
Yeah, but don't those break too?
Probably
Sponsored
at
by
some
Nike.
point, but they're like, these are the V2 Scouters, and they're better.
Yeah, I think that happens with I think that happens on the Namek
for real?
arc, and then I don't know. There is a point where they just stop
I think
using them.
it's probably a good idea to start a magic system pretty vague, and if you want to add rules to it later on, I don't know if this counts as like rules or not, but like bending in Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's like pretty obvious that like each tribe, nation, or kingdom has their own, obviously Earth does earth bending, blah blah.
Earth, wind, and fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
but
elemental
it's also-
bending, but like it's cool when like Iroh's like, oh, I actually developed my own technique
Yeah,
from studying.
but it also
water
works
bend.
with the bending too. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not just like, oh yeah, just retcon, we can do this now. It's like it's very specific to him and something that he made himself.
Yeah,
by
because
studying other
because
Yeah.
he studies water, and since water's redirecting the water, they don't like produce it.
right.
They redirect it. So he's like, I can redirect lightning by passing it through my body.
Yeah, I think
which
like
is-
that type
like,
of
it's
stuff
clever.
is cool, and the
Yeah, Avatar just rocks.
lightning in general was kind
power
of
system.
cool, and blood bending was a cool like additional thing. Although blood bending
And
was a
Katara
little
demystifies everything. It fucking sucks.
I think I do like I prefer I think when like a magic system
Not
um,
Katara. Fucking
when it's like super
Korra,
autistic,
yeah.
it can be kind of
Korra,
crazy,
thank
like Hunter
Katara.
x Hunter.
Katara's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, let it be known. Korra was mid Avatar. The original Avatar is where it's at.
Yeah,
original
the-
Korra could have been fine.
it could have been fine.
Maybe
absolutely
season
could.
1, I'll give it that.
I like Korra.
I
But
think it's
whatever.
okay. Don't get me wrong. I think it's okay.
Yeah,
But
it's not the original. I would never
Avatar is
say that
fucking
like
peak.
It's suffered.
yeah, I would never say like Korra like holds a thread to the original, but I did
Yeah.
enjoy Korra.
I enjoyed
By the time it
when
got
thought
to
there
the
was some
Spirit
really
World,
cool
I was
stuff
like,
going
this
on for
sucks.
I enjoyed it when it came out,
These
but
designs
I was
suck.
annoyed with that they were told to do one season, and then they did one, and then they were like, do another one, and then they're like, oh, how about 2 more? So they didn't have
And then
like,
they
the
pulled it off.
proper,
Yeah,
It's not their fault.
They didn't have the proper like time to do a whole story, so it's just like it feels like chunky stories.
Yeah, it just feels like it's
Don't-
like nothing connects. It doesn't.
Yeah,
have this big
it's-
overarching thing.
it's
We
not as
mustn't
thoughtful.
blame the team. Blame Dan
I-
Schneider. That's why
I also
Korra
get
didn't come out
why
as
they
good.
had to do the time skip for the next Avatar, but I do think they advanced a little too quick.
Oh yeah,
Like-
they went to like steam, like kind of steampunky.
Yeah, like steampunk, and then like everyone knows how to fire like lightning bend, and everyone knows
Well,
how to
so-
and all that shit.
That was kind of like part of the theme of Korra though, was right? It was that the world like moved on from the Avatar.
Yeah,
You know? Like
Yeah.
that's or at least that's what I got out of it, was that like the point was like Korra was struggling not just because she was the Avatar in this like super futuristic, well not futuristic, but steampunk level, but it was also like really because of technology and everything like that, she like didn't have a place anymore because like everyone could basically just beat the Avatar at base at least,
Yeah. Back to magic
or be
systems.
comparable to.
I I like when they have like one rule, and it kind of follows that rule, like alchemy and Full Metal Alchemist. It's like the one taboo, you can't bring back people from the dead. And equivalent exchange. That's the rule.
Yep, that's the big rule.
That's the big.
I think that answered my question. Like, you can do whatever you want with your magic system as long as you don't succumb to retconning it out of convenience.
Right.
Yeah,
well, that's what I was
trying to think of a specific example of that, but I feel like every shonen I've watched has done that.
I think if you have enough rules with it, like, I think a smart thing to do would be like you write down your rules so you have like an idea, but you don't have to explain
a Bible,
all of them,
if you will.
Because if you over explain it, you're gonna demystify it, and also you could write yourself into a corner. So if you're like, oh, I need to adjust this a little bit.
Wait, what's like an example of a show that like betrays its own rules or something? Like, can you think of it?
I want to say Jujutsu Kaisen. I might be wrong, or I could just be too stupid to not get how their power system works. But I feel like every like a good chunk of their fights, like, people are just pulling shit out of their ass.
Isn't it just like a supernatural thing though, like where it's just you have powers? I don't know the rules.
Yeah, but like it's like the whole thing when they get with like, oh, my domain expansion has certain rules and stuff, and I feel like people then they have another guy that like just breaks them. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of
Darker Than Black.
I'm probably just dumb.
Had fun rules where like each.
Yeah, I like Darker Than Blacks.
Yeah, like each power.
Yeah, the
had,
OCD ticks.
Yeah, the OCD ticks. I like that actually. That's cool. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like.
They did like the most creative, best things with it, but I think it was cool.
I like the.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Man's, where you have to sacrifice something every time you use a demon's contract.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Ward Devil, because I'm like, that's only the expansion, but you're right, because it's like, oh, you have to give up part, like you have to suffer for the demon to help you.
Yeah. Sorry, Clay, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say that I think like any system that like it's because like if you think of like Naruto, basically it's like chakra is just a thing, right? But then it's like every single person in the world has like their own like customized energy towards like whatever jutsus or whatever that they're using. So it's like technically anyone could like train and like learn any of these jutsus, but like there's so many people that are like savants in their like specific ways that they do stuff, and so it's like, you know, you think that could be limited, but then it's like, because like every character is like kind of their own isolated savant in whatever, it's like they kind of like force it to work in a good way towards whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? Like anybody can do like genjutsus, but then like Itachi comes around and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm just like a freaking genius at this, and I can just like, you know, lock people in their brains for like what's really just like a second, but then like in their brains they're just like getting fucked for like 72 hours straight.
He can brain rape people.
Oh, it's like Yogo's Infinite Void.
Wait, I
that's where they got it from.
This is gonna sound a little wacky, but I watched the first episode of One Piece today, and
hell yeah,
he was like stretching out, and I was like, "What? Is there like rules to these powers that they have?"
Yes,
can't go in water.
There are. It's the devil fruits.
Oh yeah, that's right. They said something about that. I was like,
yeah.
He's like,
and
there's the
can't
devil
swim.
fruits.
That's the thing too, is that the devil fruits have.
He took a bite of gum.
Took a bite of gum.
They're not just OP though. They have like they have downsides too, because any devil fruit user cannot touch the ocean, or they'll like sink immediately, and they like literally lose all their strength. So it's like really dangerous for every like devil fruit user to be pirates, and then every devil fruit user's a fucking pirate. But they're all out in the sea and whatever. But they literally like start expanding upon that later, and they bring in like sea stone, which is like a material that they use to like chain, you know, like devil fruit users and stuff, and like they
smart,
lose all their powers and stuff, and so like
they can subdue them.
There's a lot more to it, but yeah, it's the devil fruits do have like, it's not just like magic, like there is like constraints.
I will say though, watching One Piece, which is far as I've gotten, there are certain fights where, you know, it does that shonen thing where I'm like, dude, you should have nuked this guy like a million episodes ago, why are you still like some fights where they do the DBC thing where it's like, why, like, you should have exhausted all your strength. You said 8 episodes ago that you had no strength left, and yet you're still fighting. You're pushing your limits even further.
Matt, that's it. That is the problem. That is when it feels wrong, when it feels like they are done.
He's like, I can't possibly go another gear.
What I'm
going to do another gear.
Is that One Piece is notoriously bad for its anime-specific pacing versus like how the manga does things.
Yeah, you're the one that said the books are way better paced.
Yeah, so I literally stopped watching the anime because I got so stuck in a few different arcs where I was just like, why is this taking so long? This is so bad. And then I started reading the manga, and it was like instantly just like complete shift of like how I felt about every one of those scenes. Yeah.
Well, wait. Actually, to that point too, like, I don't know if you could count it as a power system, but how many shows have you watched where the guy's like, it's like, oh, I'm critically wounded. I'm gonna die. Like, I barely have like 1 minute of life left or power, and then 9 episodes they're fighting at max strength.
So
like,
okay,
still going. I don't know how much longer I can hold out.
I have been watching through DBZ recently, just for fun. And the whole like fucking Super Saiyan handbook like bullshit where like, oh, when they get beaten within an inch of their life and then like when they come back they're like stronger. That's actually like they actually explain that in the show pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah,
so
but everyone
like
everyone
specific. It's like if they almost die in battle, they just like come back 10 times stronger every single time. It's just,
dude, I think in like one of the Boku My Hero seasons, like Dooku is like, he has like multiple fatal wounds and he's still like, plus ultra, and he's like breaking even more of his like internal organs, and it takes like 8 episodes for him to fight this like muscle guy. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, like the suspension of disbelief, like I don't care how powerful friendship is, like you're bleeding out.
Deku, you broke every bone in your body. You don't have any more bones to use. I still have my ear bones.
Like the artist couldn't possibly draw his arms getting any more mangled, and yet he's still like throwing haymakers with the same fucked up arm and like surviving. Okay. I'm like, permanent damage, consequences.
I want to talk about fucking Deku for a second, because I was watching that shit and I'm like, oh fuck, he has no powers. He's gonna have to like fucking Batman and outsmart all these fucking people with powers.
That would have been so
That's
fucking
gonna be
rad.
fucking awesome.
That would have been so fun.
Oh hey, I'm fucking All Might. Here's all the fucking power in the world. You fucking gay ass fucking
my hair,
retard.
child.
I'm like, thank you, clap, clap, clap. Sorry.
Yeah, Boku My Hero. All the other characters are fun and interesting. Dooku, like the main guy, I'm like, his outfit's cool as shit.
I think,
like,
and it would have been even. They wouldn't even have to like change too much outside of like. It would have been rad if like All Might still took him under his wing, you know, and whatever.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
It's just like, yeah, I see potential in you. And then like All Might could have been like, I used to not have a power like you know, and I want to see someone who can do it. Yeah, that's yeah.
That took a one.
You take an arrow to the knee and you lose all your power.
Damn, dude.
I took an all for one up the ass, and now I have all the powers.
Although I fucking love like all this like the weird side characters in My Hero too. That like the duct tape elbow guy.
He's pretty strong.
He's the best character.
Yeah, when did he discover that power? I hope like. You know,
I can't stop.
Probably
I
college.
hope he was a late bloomer in that one.
He's like, I can eat as much cum as humanly possible. Yeah. It's like, it's not really a power, but okay. I'm a cum gobbler.
You know, you fucking know that in like.
I think here's my friend, the shit gobbler.
You know, in the My Hero universe, he'd be like a fucking S tier hero too.
Yeah, the ability to eat cum. That's like an OP quirk in that world.
It's a pretty good quirk.
Don't get me wrong, I love Boku My Hero, but like I let so much shit slide.
I didn't.
I don't think it's fine.
I watched one season of it. And
I think it's rad. I fucking love All Might, dude.
All Might's great. All Might has like one of the best arcs.
Yeah, like if you could write like the most peak hero, it's just fucking All Might.
There was some really good scene.
I feel like he actually loses stuff and has consequences.
I watched
even though he is like the most
season
OP
1,
guy.
and then I didn't really care because it's a superhero thing, and I don't really like superheroes.
And Danny loves superhero things. He fucking does not shut up about Marvel and how much he wants to fuck Captain Marvel.
His favorite hero is Captain Marvel, the best
Marvel. He loves
woman
Captain
in all
America.
of...
He wants to get railed by Captain America. He keeps saying it. I
Boo-hoo,
went over to his house.
Boo-hoo, my dad died. Now I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
put
like
on
specifically.
tights. Now I'm gonna put on
one
tights
artist
and
with
I'm
the-
gonna dress up like a fucking animal or like a fucking like retard and save people. It's like every fucking superhero thing. They suck.
It's specifically
They're so
that
cool.
Rob
X-Men was
Rob
cool.
Liefeld,
though.
I think his name is.
How many
Like that,
kids
Captain
do you think-
America.
How many kids have killed their parents thinking it'll make them superheroes because of the example that Marvel Studios and DC has taught us?
Mom, Dad, I need a tragic past.
Oh, this fucking picture. Oh my god, the fucking chest.
Yeah, the Rob Liefeld one.
Oh, the Rob Liefeld's classic, dude.
I love that
That's
guy.
Whoa.
That's specifically like Danny just has like 17 posters of just that image.
Yeah.
Just
It's
spread
just
throughout
like
his
its
house.
I
entire
have it
chest is like
tattooed.
detached and turned to the side.
I have it tattooed on my thigh. Just that fucking image.
If that guy who made that is like a multi-millionaire today, that gives me hope in the world.
Yeah.
I think he is a millionaire. I think he's very successful.
He did run a whole like line of comics, which like I don't think like nowadays it's a little goofy, but like I think he was active in like the fucking like 80s and 90s or something. So it's like that art feels 80s and 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Right place, right time. It's of the era. Just like with
The
God,
Infiniceps
the
and all
fucking-
that shit.
How
like-
does that Infiniceps? How does that chest work?
I know. I'm
It's
trying to
steroids,
think about
bro.
it. If he put like a shoulder up on the side, maybe like you could kind of like see it as it going. Like he's standing more forward, but like the
more you
arm,
stare
just
at it, the
think
more
about how short
the worse
the
it
arm is.
gets. The longer you stare at it, the more it just like it looks like it's just morphing worse and worse.
Dude, this is
You know, if
like,
someone put that out today, I hate to say it, it's probably hacky, but you'd be like, the first reaction would be like, AI fucked up.
Yeah.
100%. You're not wrong. I was gonna make that joke, and I was like, that's not tasteful.
Yeah, no,
It's inappropriate, really.
I takes away from it. My bad.
I want you
I
to
couldn't
visualize
resist.
what this guy's arm looks like behind the shield.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm looking at some of his other shit. It's not bad. It's
He's
just that
not,
one
like-
image.
I
Like this is
No,
like, all right.
it's
That's like
fine.
pretty good
That
art.
That one's not terrible.
Yeah, it's some pretty good art overall. And
You
then it's
know,
just that
artists-
one image is just like what he's known for forever. So-
I'm sure that was like, you know, if you
So
asked him about it, it's like,
unfortunate.
yeah, I was on a tight deadline. You know, I had to take my kids to school.
Could have been a
it was
meme.
it was really
Like look at this. This
Rough
looks like
week.
some fucking Aeon Flux like level like detail kind of shit. Like that's not
I know
bad.
people shit on him, and it's like specific ones, but I honestly don't think he's a bad artist.
No, it's just like I
I
do
think
just
that's
find it
harsh.
funny that like out of all the artwork that he has, which seems pretty alright, and then it's just that one image has just like ruined his name forever.
there's a couple. There's a Captain America one, and then I think there's like a Lady Deadpool one that gets. a lot
God
of
damn
shit,
it!
but
Did I fucking switch
not
the
bad.
topic to superheroes? My bad.
Your
My
favorite
bad.
topic, Danny.
Sorry,
Danny,
guys.
you always bring up superheroes and how much you love them. All right, back
Uh,
to Tanya.
So we were talking about magic systems.
Magic systems.
Are we done
Yeah.
with that?
Magic systems.
What other?
Yeah, I think we
what-
said.
No,
what
but
it
wait.
is. I
It was
think
like,
it's
what
just
was your
like-
preference, right? Do you like it when it's overly complicated,
Yeah.
or
I think it
when
just
they
depends
don't
on
even-
tone. It just depends on what the show
Yeah,
is and what it's
I'd
trying
probably
to do.
say simpler is usually better, but that's because I'm
Yeah, I'd
not
be in
that
that camp.
smart.
Yeah, but then there's like shit like Hunter x
Same.
Hunter where it's like way too fucking overly complicated, but then yet it's like awesome.
Yeah,
I don't even
mind
know
it if it's
Yeah.
overly complicated, but it can't like overly distract from the story as well. If like the entire episode is them explaining, okay, one of the
Yeah,
big
when it becomes
tropes
a
is when
math
you're
equation to
fighting
understand
and,
what you're reading.
You're like in between attacks, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna use my magic ball attack and hit the quadrant in the right room, which will activate my seal. Once my seal activates, and it's like he's standing there for fucking 15 minutes describing this goddamn thing, and then he does it, and he's like, oh no, he had the Uka-Buka shield up. I have to counter with the retard...
He's doing an entire episode of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I
strats.
was just gonna say Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay,
no, but in the middle of a fight, in Yu-Gi-Oh! It makes
insane,
sense.
Dude. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like they just make shit. It's like I'm on a grass tile, and
make shit up.
when this comes out of the cocoon, it's gonna be so strong. He's like, I better not let that come out of the cocoon, and then like Yugi stops it, and then he goes, haha, it doesn't matter that you stopped it early. It still comes out with 100 billion life points. Ugh. It's just that, like, back and forth.
My catapult turtle to shoot my flame swordsman at your flying castle, which will then fall and kill all of the monsters.
As an impressionable young child, you're like, I can't wait to play the game and do that.
Like, if we treat the card game as a magic system, that is an example of a fucking magic system that makes no fucking sense, but it's narratively very funny.
Well, okay, but to be fair, it is contained.
It is very
in itself because it's
funny.
like this is all a card game. Right? And so, like, they're just making up rules, but the rules are only relevant when certain cards are played.
Yes.
And they never go back and change what the cards do. Yeah, they just make new cards to make stupider things happen.
They don't do the magic tile shit. They don't do they're like,
Season 1 and then everything post season 1 are different. Yeah,
that's an example.
No, I agree.
Of a magic system that makes no sense if we treat the cards as a magic system. I know.
You're saying does it get less retarded as the series goes on? I feel like it goes way in the other direction.
You never know what's coming next, you know.
Because
you don't know. Because you don't
looking
know.
At something for an example of a magic system that does not have like rules and it feels bad. And
it's so completely
I
busted.
think Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a great example the first season. Because if you treat the card game like a magic system, they just make fucking shit up constantly.
Because the audience, as an audience member, you don't know any of the cards. You don't know any of
the
rules, so they can.
You're just there to see cool monsters fight.
The game, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not consistent, so it's funny to watch, but it's not good long term.
Yeah.
But you guys,
which is if a bunch of grown adult men sit down to analyze it.
I would say that,
but if it's there to sell cards, someone became a billionaire.
Post season 1, they cleaned it up a lot, but it's still ridiculous after that point.
What do you mean they cleaned it up a lot? They're literally playing.
Like season
at one point, they summoned monsters while riding motorcycles.
Season 1, they didn't have the card game fully fleshed out yet. After season 1, they go to like Battle City and shit, and then in Battle City, like the card game was actually a thing in real life that people were playing and had rules, and so like they adhere more to those rules. They still just make up bullshit half the time, but it's not like it's more like every card has an effect, whatever, versus like I'm going to just like take my monster here is gonna throw this other monster at your monster, and then he's gonna go fight your dad and kick him in the balls, and like
the only power system that stayed consistent throughout all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Pot of Greed. Blue Eyes White Dad and Pot of Greed.
Blue Eyes White Uncle.
That was a Banyan Stocking joke, wasn't it?
It was PSG, season 2. I haven't finished season 2.
Fuck, dude, it's rad. It's rad. Do it. Finish it.
I keep forgetting.
I don't want it to end.
My ADD is too powerful.
Yeah, power systems are fun, but I think as long as you don't spend 80 episodes having like a Detective Conan breakdown of your powers mid-fight while like hands are being thrown and beams are being fired, you're good.
That's just
unless it's super engaging. If you can keep it feeling engaging, then fucking go for it.
Yeah, actually true. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is good at doing that. Actually,
I feel like it's like I don't want to say it's insulting as a viewer, but like when you waste your audience's time, not because like the writing is what it is or whatever, but just because like something is taking too long, it's like it literally takes more effort to make it longer at that point, because you're like having to animate like multiple, and I understand that like in like shonen shows or whatever that like serialize every week or whatever, they can only like do so much, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, like it's just like it's weird when you think of like animation or like writing as a whole, and it's like to overly inflate something when it already takes so much effort to make it is like insane to me.
Yu Yu Hakusho, they just had like their own little quirky move, right? Like spirit gun, spirit sword,
Yeah.
whip.
But I think even in Hakusho, there's like a point where Yusuke's like, I have no spirit energy. Oh wait, and they do like the life energy thing, and he's like, I'm almost out of life energy.
Well,
I
usually
can't go further.
He
does.
Usually in Yu Yu Hakusho, someone steps up. Like, there was like the tournament arc. The red-haired dude who turns into the white fox kind of takes over. I forgot his
That's true. Yeah.
fucking name.
Karama.
Yeah, Kurama. I'm sure they do that. I'm sure they do that shonen stuff.
I feel like his one was super sick. He had like the blue eyes black dragon attack, but it like he goes out of his way saying what a detriment that is to his health when he uses it, but he starts spamming it after a while.
Yeah, I don't.
But it is cool. It is fucking sick.
I don't remember them like abusing their.
He gets an item. I think he gets like a thing that lets him do it multiple times without killing himself. But
I don't remember.
They show him.
That shit's so
they
good.
I remember with that one. Yeah, they go out of their way to like show how much of it like it fucks his whole arm up, and he doesn't do the Dooku thing where he continues like fighting full on battles with the fucked up arm. It actually takes time to show you how much it screwed him up, and then when he finally is recovered, he's like he has to use it again, but they're like, oh no, you're gonna fuck your arm even further if you do that, but he has to find another way to do something with it.
Yeah, there's something I liked about Yu Yu Hakusho.
It is very hot.
The main character gets saved by the side characters pretty often. Not often, but like it happens. I mean, it happens within the first few episodes. Kuwabara saves Urameshi from like the burning house. His house is on fire, and he fuking
that's right
bursts in there, and then
that's like the whole the whole thing with Kuwabara, right? Is that he's like a bully, but he's like, yeah, I fucking hate your guts, but I don't want you to die. Like,
yeah, and then in the fucking live action Netflix one, they removed that, and it's literally just Urameshi just like wakes up or something and just gets out. It sucks.
They took out that whole sequence that really developed their friendship.
Yeah, they took it out. I remember when me and Derek watched that whole thing. It's like 6 episodes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I thought it looks really good, but they condensed so much.
But it was like, oh my god, this is just like
chopping.
Yeah.
It's just chopping up the story into bits. Yeah.
The part where he gets run over is really funny by the car.
A lot of it was really funny, as most live action adaptations are. But
they didn't get the original voice cast back to do the shitty English dub, did they? I mean, it's one of the most goated dubs ever, but the Netflix dub over. I mean,
they should
it's probably not going to be synced up. That would be so dope.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, but that's another one where Hakusho's got one of the best English dubs I can remember. Because they go out of their way they change the script, like they make it their own to where it adds these really cool like character flourishes.
Yeah, it's
which wouldn't work normally, but in Hakusho it made the show more interesting and fun.
Banger. Alright guys, we're done here. We're wrapping this up.
I think we can wrap it up.
I don't have any more.
Thank you,
I can't
Yarpster,
think of any
getting us
more
to
magic.
Think about magic systems. It's fun to think about and talk about.
Alright guys, let's hit
I think that's a good rule though. If you're thinking of one, write everything down like Derek suggested.
Yeah, be as autistic as possible first and then pull back.
We're the 3-episode rule. Remember to like so we could jam our noise straight into the algorithm. Subscribe and follow so you don't miss our next episode. Seriously, it's important. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.